welcome back to the Shreve Crump and Low YouTube channel. I am your host Brian, and today we will be taking a deep dive into Laurent Ferrier's highly anticipated integrated titanium sports watch, the Sport Auto. Before we get started, I would like to say a huge thank you to our 4,000 plus subscribers. Your feedback means the world to us, so if you enjoyed today's video, please take a moment to leave us a comment and hit that like and subscribe button. Laurent Ferrier is a brand you seldom hear about in the press. In fact, some of you may not be familiar with Laurent Ferrier at all. If you are unaware of this small independent brand, allow me to introduce them to you. Laurent Ferrier is a small independent watch manufacturer located in Plan-la-Ouate, Geneva. There, Mr. Ferrier, his son Christian Ferrier, and his small team of craftsmen create some of the most stunning and limited independent timepieces on the market. With an approximate 150-piece annual production, only the most savvy of collectors are privy to such a bespoke brand. Most famously, Mr. Ferrier is known for his debut timepiece, a double-spiral tourbillon, and now other classic mainstays like the Galet Micro-Rotor and the Classic Origin. However, with the success of these important lines, it is time to open a new chapter in Laurent Ferrier's history. As some of you may already know, Mr. Ferrier worked for a number of prestigious brands throughout his career, but is best known for his time spent with Patek Philippe. Mr. Ferrier spent 37 years working in Patek's design department, working his way up the ranks before achieving the role of Patek's technical director. You could say during this time he learned a thing or two about watchmaking, but more importantly, he learned the principles of classic Swiss watch design aesthetics. Most specifically was one of Mr. Ferrier's first assignments at Patek, which was to assist in bringing Patek's now iconic stainless steel integrated bracelet 5711 Nautilus design to life, then the reference 3700 Nautilus. Mr. Ferrier's influence can be seen throughout the watchmaking world, but it wasn't until 2009 that Mr. Ferrier struck out on his own. Since then, we have seen a number of spectacular watches come out of this namesake brand. We witnessed Mr. Ferrier's first foray into the sports watch world with the 2019 release of the Grand Sport Tourbillon in stainless steel at a staggering $185,000 USD price point. Fast forward to 2022, and we now have the much anticipated variant in titanium known as the Sport Auto, priced at a more accessible $49,000 USD at the time of filming this video. The Sport Auto name comes from one of Mr. Ferrier's lifelong passions, auto racing. Mr. Ferrier raced 7 times at the Le Mans 24 Hours race, taking first place in the 2-liter prototype category in 1977. This passion led Mr. Ferrier to meet Mr. Francois Savanin, who was a fellow driver at the time. These two friends raced together for a number of years, and even took 3rd place in the 1979 Le Mans, behind none other than beloved American actor and philanthropist Paul Newman. After one of these races, Mr. Ferrier gifted Mr. Savanin a Patek Philippe Nautilus as a token of his appreciation and friendship. Mr. Savanin was so inspired by this heartfelt gift that he came back to Mr. Ferrier with a challenge. What if after this feat we continued the adventure as a team by making our own watch? And just like that, the seed for the Sport Auto was planted. Both Mr. Ferrier and Mr. Savanin share an extreme love for mechanical engineering and aesthetic design. These are the pillars that this brand was founded on, and they continue this legacy today. In a way, you could say Mr. Ferrier has come full circle from that original Nautilus that was gifted way back in 1979. Fast forward to 2022, and the dream has finally been achieved. It may have been 23 years in the making, but finally we have the finished product, the Laurent Ferrier Sport Auto, a 41.5mm titanium case construction and restrained blue dial. Since its release in early 2022, the industry's newest integrated case-to-bracelet sports watch has been a mercurial collector favorite. But does this distant relative of the famed Nautilus stand on its own? When we examine the case, we see a 41.5mm cushion-shaped diameter with a thickness of 12.7mm. However, you must take into consideration that this non-traditional form wears a bit differently from the typical round case design. As you can see on the wrist, this watch wears nicely and compactly due to its sculpted bezel design and sits comfortably on my 6.5-inch wrist. As some of you might know, Laurent Ferrier pulls a lot of inspiration from nature, specifically river stones that have been smoothed by the passage of time over the course of countless years. This philosophy permeates all of the designs that come out of Mr. Ferrier's workshop, and the Sport Auto is no different. This highly angular case design presents a multitude of shapes and curves that come together to create an incredibly cohesive design with a water resistancy of 120 meters. Being that this watch is constructed in grade 5 titanium, it is ultra lightweight, yet super durable. In a lot of ways, this watch is a perfect everyday driver, no pun intended. When we gaze at the stunning blue dial, you'll notice the acai-shaped hour and minute hands that are generously filled with minty green superluminova. The baton-shaped hour indices are complemented by a white crosshair dial, and in Laurent Ferrier's signature font, we have the words Sport Auto subtly placed in blue just above the running seconds. The date window, always a debated topic amongst collectors, has been integrated seamlessly into the dial design, almost as though it is a type of instrument gauge on the dash of a car. Inside the watch, we have the highly decorated and gray ruthenium-coated caliber LF270.01, which features an impressive 72-hour power reserve and a 4 Hz beat rate. This automatic winding watch is powered by a platinum microrotor, which can be seen through the sapphire crystal caseback. If you look very closely and with a microscope or loupe, you can see the tiny relief engraving on the platinum microrotor, actually commemorating Ferrier and Savignon's Le Mans 1979 victory. When we pause to study the intricacy of this watch, you can start to see Ferrier's unique and signature design DNA at work in the Sport Auto. Equal parts racing, nature, and ingenuity coming together to create this truly stunning entry into an already amazing catalog. Shreve Crump & Lowe is proud to be New England's only authorized retailer for Laurent Ferrier. To inquire about the Sport Auto, please visit our website at www.shrevecrumpandlowe.com or shoot us an email at sales@shrevecrumpandlowe.com. That's all for today, folks. We look forward to seeing you on the next one.